Hi, hello.
Hello! Let's see. Let me make sure you're unmuted. Discord, yeah, I think? Yeah.
Can you hear me?
We're here! Hello, everyone!
Hi! Hi!
Alright, cool! We made it! Got all the tech figured out. I don't think we have any scuff. We were late, but there's no scuff. One or the other.
Yeah. You gotta prioritize something.
Yeah. Hello, chat, and hello, Abby!
Hi, Dad! Hi, Minna!
I drug you out of the lake to sit up on the shore with me and tell stories.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, everyone. It's nice to see you. I'm going to attempt to read names. Ready? Hello there, Derek Leto. Hello there, that timestamp guy. Hello there, no. Hello there, Ben Wheeler. Hello there, Unibear. Hello there, Nasrini. Hello there, Auxiliary. Nasarini? Hello there, German Potato. Hello there, Auxiliary Character. And Java. And Moist Rat.
Yeah. Hello.
So yeah, we're just hanging out. Sitting on this lake shore. Gonna have a good time. Oh, and this name, always this name. I always, in my mind, it's Libra Gecko. But it's actually, how do you say it? Don't give me that look, Milliardo. It's like. Nope, I can't say it. It's Libra Gecko. There's no B. There is a B to me though. Hello there, Soren. Hello there, Renee Galanzara. I am Galarza? I cannot sound out words to save my life. It is so hard. I think I only know how to read and speak English because I've just memorized every individual word.
That's understandable.
So, I don't know. I try and read the names because I'm like, if anything, maybe it's entertaining.
Yeah. I can
anyway.
read the Spanish names, don't worry.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, what is that? I think is it the kanji, the one I was learning recently? There's like, I don't know, apparently no, I don't think it's kanji, it's the other one. It's like the ones, whatever squiggles help you, hiragana, it's the hiragana.
Hiragana, yeah.
So hopefully, if I learn the hiragana, then I guess it might be easier to spell, like, sound out some words. I don't know. I guess there's like 3 alphabets I gotta learn.
Yeah, there's 3, yeah. So, there's a lot to learn.
There is a lot to learn. I wanna, once the house is set up, and it's getting there, I'm starting to feel like the downstairs is fairly set up. We got the living room done, I've got the bathrooms done. The kitchen is functioning, there's still like some places I'll have to like, finish sorting out. But it's like slowly the house will get in a state where it's like functioning and I'm not just spending all day trying to like work on the house. And then hopefully I can then spend more time like, being able to actually stream consistently and like study the language and all that. So we're getting there.
Yeah.
So how have you been?
I've been good. I like I mentioned before, I started studying recently. My back hurts from carrying the backpack, but otherwise I'm good.
The head will no longer be empty. It will be many thoughts.
Many thoughts.
It's gone from no thoughts to many thoughts. So many e-girls up in there.
E-girl?
Thoughts.
Oh my god, But like currently we're just like studying computer literacy at the moment.
Ooh.
Then after this like the next few months, like starting October, we'll start like with graphic design, like with with Adobe Illustrate. I'm excited
cool.
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun. That's fun. Let's see.
Very fun.
I'm trying to make sure I don't like talk too much. I want to make sure you have a chance to talk to you. So I'm like, There's things I could say. I'm like, do we just like jump straight into stories about our childhood, or like we're just kind of hanging out on this lakeside.
We're just vibing, you know.
I don't know. I'm trying to think like what train. Like there's like a bunch of train tracks, and it's like there's many options. What train do we start with? Because we know it's gonna get derailed. So it's like, what path up the mountain of these train tracks should we start with?
I'm not sure.
Let's see.
I mean, we can just straight up start with the stories and sharing, but you already know we'll get derailed.
Let's see. I don't know. Maybe any. I'm trying to think of like a like distinct memory. Like I don't know. I don't know. If you got any like stories that like are kind of at the top of your head, go for it.
Okay. Let me think.
And for chat, this is basically like we both grew up a little bit rural. I can't say the word rural. Rural.
Rural.
So, let me put on my southern accent.
Yeah.
I'll put on my southern accent for these stories.
Gotta put on the southern accent. It's a common thing.
And I also want to make a distinction of a to me at least. There's farm girl and there's country girl, and to me, where I grew up, country girl I associate with the cowboy boots and the rodeo and the like country music. Farm girl, I'm in my PJs, I'm in my muck boots. I'm just like chilling. I don't listen to country music. So to me, there's that difference. So I consider myself a farm girl more than like a country girl, because I don't know, I wasn't as into that culture, I guess. So
honestly, I don't know what I consider myself. I just consider myself grew up outside.
Yeah, yeah.
A lot of chickens. Yeah.
I think that to me that feels like farm girl, where it's like you chilling, doing your thing outside with the animals. Yeah. Getting into mischief.
By chickens.
Get chased by a rooster. Roosters are mean.
Yeah. I'd be chased by hens specifically. Like I would get at least like a tiny bit close, and then I'd be get chased.
Oh
by
no!
Hens. Obviously, mothers.
We never had any like chickens the way most people think of, like your little flock of chickens. We had the commercial chicken houses, so like our chickens were dumb. They just sit in like a giant house, a giant metal house, and just sit and eat for like 30 something days and then get shipped off and then repeat the cycle. We do have some stories with those chickens though. Right.
My grandpa usually had and separate cages for each chicken, specifically for different chickens. He still has them, and he used to train chickens for his friends for chicken fights and whatnot.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, that's very common over here. Very common.
Is it technically illegal?
I don't know if they passed that law. I don't know if they passed that law or not.
So the standard for most of the part was it's just the no one really cared, and there might be a law now that says it's illegal?
I don't know, that's still part of the culture.
Oh, man. That's wild.
Yeah,
I've never really interacted with roosters too much, since we just had the chicken houses. But I've definitely heard stories. Hey, Milliardo, could you get me my knitting?
Eliminated local law exemption of Animal Welfare Act, exclusively discriminating and effectively criminalized cockfighting in Puerto Rico. What? But that still happens. It's when did that happen? Let me check. Let's see, because it's local law. When did that happen?
Oh, did it?
I remember it being mentioned, but I don't remember when it happened.
Huh.
Local law, animal welfare, Puerto Rico. 2018.
Huh. Okay, so pretty recently.
It wasn't too long. Yeah.
I wonder when cockfighting was made illegal, states on the main states. Let's see. I gotta look it up now. Because 2018, that's pretty recent. Let's see.
Yeah, that is very.
I guess it's state by state. Probably for like state by state when things were made like illegal technically. Let me see. Made. This is a great topic to start with.
Yeah. It is a great topic.
Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna look. Let's see. Cockfighting is illegal in the U.S. Let's see. I wonder if can I just find a date? Let's see.
I don't know. I had to look up the article myself. See?
Oh goodness! Do I have to log? Oh gosh, it's one of those like you gotta pay to read kind of articles. Hang on. Oh, the New York Times. That's why.
Oh.
Boo.
Boo.
The facts about cockfighting.
I don't want to pay. Let me know the year at least.
I know. How do I? Oh wait. Wait. Hang on. Let me use the AI. The chat. Was it Chat GPT? Like the way you can like ask them questions, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it? I've never used it. Chat GPT, right?
Yeah. Chat GPT.
All right. Let's see.
People are asking if I can be turned up a little. I don't.
Oh. Yeah. I can do that. Let's see.
Yeah.
Let me go over to settings. Let's see. I think it's advanced audio properties. Here we go. Okay. Discord.
I've been snitching on her familia. Yeah, I am. And
I do it this way, right?
Do what?
Turn it up. This way. All right. Test. Okay. Abby, talk.
Turn it down though.
Oh, turn it down. Oh, okay. Wait. Turning it up.
Wow.
Turning it up. Turn it up.
Turn it up. Turn it up.
Let's. How do I make sure it's safe? Is it safe?
Yeah.
Okay. Is it? Thought she sounded nice with the quiet volume, but okay. Oh.
Okay, how's that sound now?
How does that sound? Say something, chat.
Blown out headphones yet? Abby snitching on her familia.
Yeah. Better? Oh, okay.
Okay. I think it should be good. Okay. Alright, to chat GPT. Maybe they can answer my question.
Yeah.
Let's see. Can I just... I've never used it. How do I just go in and ask it?
Fuck,
this is not straightforward. Try it. Okay, here we go. Do I have to make a login?
Damn.
Sign up. Fine, I'll sign up. I need to know the answer to this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just do... Okay, making the thing. Okay, you tell another story while I set this up.
Okay, I'm thinking.
Any more about chickens?
Okay, so I remember I used to have a bike. It's gone with the nature now. The nature.
Return to nature.
Returning to nature.
Isn't that such a country thing though, where it's like things are just end up sitting around and returning to nature?
Yeah. Oh, okay, I'll just leave it somewhere. I had a bike, and I would ride it through the streets, but I would also ride it down the hills, down the big hills, and this one time I landed in the creek.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Just wee.
Oh, creek. And then this, speaking of the creek, I once slipped and fell on the creek, and then a little later I found I was covered in mud. I was covered in mud, and I went to a friend, a neighborhood friend's house to clean up instead of to my grandma's, because she would just be like, why did you fall? Why did you slip?
Yeah. Why aren't you good enough? Why did you slip?
Not that harsh. But every time I fell and got I got injured, she would be like, go do it again. Go on. Go do it again. I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah. And I went to clean up, and a little later I went by I went back to the area, and I found a frog on a leaf, and I feel I just kind of when I fell, I just like got the frog out of its habitat.
Aww.
It had a bait and it had a little frog on top. I think it was a. I don't know that much about frogs.
I used to get I loved catching what's it, like the tadpoles, like make my own little frog pond.
Yeah.
There's this one spot that we'd always do. It was like a natural spring, and so like the water's really cold. But there's always like a puddle that had like during whenever frog season is, like there's always a puddle with like a lot of really good tadpoles. So we'd always catch a bunch of tadpoles and bring them home, and then watch them, you know, slowly like their little legs and everything. It was always so fun.
There was a tiny little stone bridge over the creek, and like I would hide under the bridge like a fucking troll. Like it was a little silly. I would also speaking of tadpoles, I would also like catch tadpoles, but then release them immediately.
Aw, they're so cute though. They're like, especially if you got like there's those tiny ones. If you get a nice like big one, it's got the big thick head. You just want to like squeeze it, but you don't actually want to like kill them.
Yeah.
They're so cool though.
Yeah.
I don't know, I feel like I've triggered a core memory thinking about like watching the tadpoles become frogs.
It seems like it. I do have like one traumatic memory. I was like hopping on stones on the creek, and then like one of the stones moved, and there was like a cat head. And that was
wait.
Like
a dead cat head?
Yeah.
Ooh, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've seen some things. I've seen a gnarly rabbit that a rat had done its work on. And that was like we had like a little colony. Like, I don't know if it's a colony, like a little. I don't know what the word is for rabbits. Like warrant. I don't know. It was we had rabbits. We had meat rabbits. And the way we had it set up, they were New Zealand meat rabbits, and we had like a stall in the barn, that they were in. But then they started like digging holes at one point. And I know we put like some chicken wire down on the floor. And I forget if it was before or after we put the chicken wire down, but like they were digging in it, and there was holes, and then rats would get in, and so there was at least once. Possibly, there's probably like a time or two, but I know at least once where there was like a half-eaten rabbit from the rats. It's like one of those things where it's like, I remember seeing it. I can't like pull up the exact like what it looked like in my mind, but I remember being like, that's a half-eaten rabbit face. Cool. That was not cool, but just like, all right, let me go tell mom. The rabbits were pretty fun. That was like early in our because we moved to the farm when I was 10. So it was like what's it? I was 10. Yeah, so it was like kind of like halfway through my childhood. We got the farm. It was nice though.
I thought I remembered something. My brain immediately deleted it.
Oh no! I called those butterfly thoughts when I was little.
Yeah.
Especially when I was writing, it was like you'd have something and then it'd be gone.
Yeah.
Kind of like a cat too. Oh, this is the my writing muse. I came up with the character of like a cat with butterfly wings because of like the butterfly thoughts, and like my muse was like a cat where it's like sometimes it would be nice and sometimes it'd be all standoffish or something like that. So it was fun.
Yeah, that's completely understandable.
Little cat with butterfly wings was my muse. I had conversations with him.
What else? Oh, so there was like a lot of plantain trees.
Oh, I love plantains.
Yeah, lots of those. And like it was up a hill, and then like at the end of the hill, there was like a huge tree that every spring it would be like really pink, It was very pretty. It was very pretty, and every time it did go pink, my cousins and I would go like hang out there. It was like a little secret base, but technically not. It was just pretty.
Cool. And did you say it's the plantain trees would be pink?
No.
Is it a different one?
Trees. Like, and there was a different tree. Yeah, I don't remember. Okay. I don't know what kind of tree it was, but it got all pink and stuff, and it was very pretty.
Aww.
It was like a magenta pink.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Pretty. It reminds me of like crepe myrtles, like the. It's like the kind of almost bush-ish looking trees that have all those like really like wrinkly looking flowers on it.
Oh.
Those ones are always fun.
The tree, it had like it was the flowers are like bristles technically, I'd say.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Do you know?
Nice.
If I remember, or what's it? If you knew what the name was, I could Google it.
I do not. I never knew the name.
Okay, never mind. GPT is like, I have to like create a whole account and like do the email. Not once my phone number. Never mind. That's too much trouble. I just needed to know. Okay, I'm gonna try Googling again. When was cockfighting made illegal in the U.S.? I want to know. Because like if it was only 2018 for Puerto Rico, like I need to know.
I mean, it's part of the culture technically, so
that's so interesting. Like what? I'm curious. Like what? Like how? Like what? In what ways is it like part of the culture?
I mean, it's like I don't know how to explain it, but like everyone's grandpa like has done it before.
Oh man.
Yeah. Like it's very common. Like, yeah.
Like, I'm want to do a deep dive on the history of like why, like when did this start? Why did this start?
Yeah, that's very interesting. Yeah, it is a very interesting topic. I just haven't looked into it that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like a deep-rooted part of the culture, and people and when it was like when the law passed, they were like, no, you can't get rid of part of our culture. And I'm like, no, I guess.
It's so, like, for the most part, like, it just is, to me, it's always been like, oh, yeah, that's like, no, you can't do cockfighting, like, that's cruelty to animals, or, like, that's bad, like, it's just kind of a, I don't know, never really thought about it much. It's just like, okay, yeah, cool, like, don't have animals fight to the death, I guess.
Yeah, I agree with that, but, like, I don't know, I just kind of grew up with it, so I'm a little desensitized.
I know, and then again, there's so many things where it's like, this is the standard, what you should believe. A lot of times, I end up not really, like, I don't know if I'd agree with cockfighting, but it's just one of those things where it's like, I want to actually, like, think about it instead of just being like, yes, that's the bad thing, because I was told it's the bad thing. I don't know, this one seems fairly straightforward, of like...
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm trying to, like, scan to see... Let's see. Washington keeps cockfighting legal in 3 states. Okay. Let's see. When was this? Wait. Was this published 2001?
What? 2001.
Maybe. I don't know. The little thing at the bottom says, by ABC News, March 31st, 2001. 7:56 a.m. That's what it says at the bottom. I'm like, was it really back then?
Soren said it seems to have always been illegal under Canada law, but further cracked down upon 2018.
Okay, 2018 I guess was just the year.
Yeah.
What I wonder what is the year of what's the year of the chicken, or the lunar year? Did it happen to be the year of the chicken? And the ancestor chickens were like, no more.
Like, no. Stop using and abusing.
What's that?
1993, and then every 12th year after that.
1993.
So, 1993, 2005, 2017.
Oh, so 2017 was the year of the chicken. Oh, it makes sense. Makes sense. They were like, we must prepare, and then the next year it was illegal.
I'm gonna crack down on these.
Gonna crack down. I still don't. I'm like, I can't actually sit and read these because then it would just be like silence, and so I'm like trying to scan, but I'm not getting any information from just like running my eyes over a block of words.
And Soren said apparently it was considered the national sport of Puerto Rico.
Whoa! Okay.
I didn't know that.
Yes, I see why it's part. Like it's the culture. We got baseball. You got cockfighting. Cool. It's kind of a fun word to say, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Cockfighting legal states updated February 2023. Are there any states where cockfighting is legal? No, there are no states in the country where cockfighting is legal. This is not an issue that was... Okay. This is not an issue that was passed by the federal government, but gradually every state began to outlaw the practice. Now every state in the country has a law on the books saying that cockfighting is legal. That makes sense. There's probably like state by state.
Yeah.
I'm like... Did it start, like, just in the 2000s, I'm guessing?
Maybe.
Let's see, there are some parts of the country that banned this practice very quickly, but there are other states that were a bit slower to respond. The last state in the country... Okay, this is the date that I wanted. The last state in the country to make... the last date in the country. Is that supposed to say state?
I think so.
The last state in the country to make cockfighting illegal was the state of Louisiana, which banned the practice in 2007. Okay, so that makes sense. That makes sense. Oh wait, I see Puerto Rico. Is cockfighting allowed on U.S. soil? Even though every state has outlawed cockfighting, there are some areas in the United States where it's legal. Notably, there are a few territories that continue to allow cockfighting within their borders. For example, if you take a trip to Puerto Rico or the U.S. Virginia Islands, you will find cockfighting is legal, even though it does not happen very often. I don't know. It sounds like it happens a lot.
It happens very often. You just don't know the place.
Have you ever been to a cockfight?
No, I have not.
I don't know if I'd want to watch it. Probably just was like.
Wouldn't.
Yeah. Okay. I'm satisfied now. I've found the answer to my burning question. Oh, what's the penalty? The penalty for cockfighting in the U.S. can vary significantly depending on where you're located. Someone who is cockfighting is almost guaranteed to be given a fine, but there are some situations where someone who is cockfighting might get jail time as well. All right. I'm just saying. So makes sense. All right.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Yeah.
All right, makes sense. Okay, cool. All right, I can move on now.
Finally.
Poultry punch. Mecha chickens, robot wars. Get on this. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait. Someone said something about a guinea pig. Let's see. No says, reminds me of a story where a male lab guinea pig dug a hole through the female enclosure during the night and mated with all 40 female guinea pigs, ruining the experiment study. That is absolutely legit. As someone who's owned guinea pigs, I don't like. How do they smell each other and the girl's pregnant? They are quick, man. Like, you put them in a cage together to, like, clean out the other cage for, like, 2 minutes. Girl's pregnant.
Damn.
It's ridiculous. Now, the cool thing about guinea pigs is, when they're born, most, like, rodents, they come out, they're just, like, little pink things and everything. Guinea pigs come out full of hair, with the claws, and running around. So you just got, like these tiny little beans. These tiny little guinea pigs. They pop out and they start running around. It's wild.
God.
They are so loud and stinky, though. Like, I did not like the guinea pigs. They were so loud. And then, like, their cages were a pain to clean. One of them had, like, a sore on her foot. I think technically the one that was, like, mine, like, had this bad sore on her foot that I kept having to clean. I don't know. I think we eventually got it healed. I forget how long we had the guinea pigs, but I think we had them for a little while. I don't know if we had them for, like, I don't know, maybe a year, maybe less, I don't know. But I know we'd purposely breed them, too, and, like, sell the little babies. But But yeah, they're just like a tiny little fluff ball that just pop up and run around. It was cool. Full of hair, little claws, just like probably just like the size of like, I don't know, like a meatball or something.
Now we know that Bruce stinks.
Yeah, Bruce stinks. I don't know. To me, they were just like really noisy. They would be so noisy, man. They'd be in the living room and they'd be so noisy and just. I don't know. I was probably also like, let's see, we're at the farm. I was probably like a young teen, like either like preteen or young teen, and just got tired of like them making such a mess of their cages.
Yeah,
stinky things. Yeah. Let's see. Soren says apparently there was a large anti-cockfighting operation called Operation Angry Birds. Oh man. Bruce Bros, we still remember. Good old Bruce.
Oh, Bruce. What happened, Bruce?
I think she said there was like because she also has another pet, and maybe there was like a clash where it's like she wasn't a good setup for like both of them. I think it was something like that where she realized like she either didn't have like enough like, I don't know. I think that's what she said. I don't want to say anything she didn't say, but I think it was just like she realized that it wasn't gonna work out how she thought it would. So she was like, I can't hang on to him if it's not gonna be a good setup. So
yeah, that's understandable.
That's in the chat.
Apps in chat.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. Good warm up there. Talking about cockfighting. I feel like this is very on brand for you.
Yeah.
Peeing in the woods. I feel like it's a very country thing to do.
Oh,
have you peed in the woods before?
I don't remember vividly, but I think I have. Not specifically in the woods, but like in a tree or something, like behind somewhere.
Okay, like behind a tree?
Yeah.
Okay, for a second I thought you said like you were like, I imagine you like in a tree, like up high. Like hiding in the branches. A little trickle come down. Beer man is concerned. He's like, what is this conversation?
I'm on an electrical wire like a fucking bird pissing.
Flying fish! Don't get wet!
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh. There's been many times I've been like far from a bathroom and there's been enough foliage to go behind.
Yeah.
To me that's a very normal thing. There's definitely, when I was like younger, there's definitely times like on a road trip, like like we'd pull to like the side of the interstate and kind of like use doors to block off like the sight from the interstate and go then. Oh, one of my most notable pee stories, not my pee, my brother's pee, is we were on this road trip, and he was pretty little. He was like probably like older toddler, but like pretty young, probably like 5 or below or something. He's much older now, but we were like pushing home and we were like almost there, and Mom was like, we are not making a stop. We are not making any more stops. We were like maybe only like an hour or so away from home after like a long road trip. And it was like, let him pee in the cup and we'll just toss it out the window. But right as that was happening, like right as we like tossed it out the window, we hit like a traffic jam. And so the pee just, like, went on the side of the van, because it wasn't, like, because we had to slow down, so we couldn't outrun it. So it, like, went on the side of the van. And then we had a friend with us on the road trip, and when we went to drop her back off at her house when we got back, and we told one of her sisters, like, don't touch the side of the van. And so she touched the side of the van, we had to tell her. Oh, it was wild. So that's my most notable pee story. I feel like I had to enlighten you.
It's fascinating. Noah said it's fascinating how the story immediately turns into pissing. Piss fish.
So, where exactly did the, like, whole pissing thing for you start? Because I know it, like, became a thing, but where did it start?
Okay, so, we were, so, private playing in the Minecraft server in private, and in the flavor private server in the fake flavor in the dead flavor society, and and so I just saw a yellow bed and I was like, I pissed on the bed. And then I was like, let's make it a running joke.
Well, it worked. Peace fish.
Yeah.
Makes sense too, because it's like fish are just swimming around in their own pee because like they're just in the ocean.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, bye, Ben. Ben's got to leave. This sparkling conversation. Have fun at work. Glad we could leave you on that note.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Other farm girl, country girl outdoor stories. Let's see. We talked about chickens. We could always kind of go like by animals or by situations. So that's so disturbing that it saw like a cat head, man.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. I was like, immediate fear. I did not see it clearly because it was actually terrifying. I didn't see it clearly. I just like the rock move where I was like standing, and then just like I saw like a glimpse of a head, and I was like, no. And then like I told my cousin, and like, her Mima went to check because it's like second cousin, and yeah. And then she said, "Oh, that's a cat head."
I don't know. Something about the idea of like a cat head just seems so like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, we've had like cow skulls sitting around the farm. What was it?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a cow skull. Or like my sister, back I don't know, like a month or so ago, my sister just like sent me pictures of they got the head back from taking the cow to the slaughterhouse, and you know. So it was just like she sent me a picture of like the cow head sitting on the little like they brought like the folding table into the kitchen, had the cow head, and started like slicing it open, get the cow tongue and all that kind of stuff. She just sent me a bunch of pictures of that. I love cow tongue though; it's so good.
I've never tried it.
Oh really? I know there's certain I forget like which like cuisine, but I know I've definitely had like tacos that are like they have like a word, but it's like the cow tongue taco. I don't know if that's like a different, what region that's from. My first experience with cow tongue was in a soup. We made this really, like, we cubed it up, because I think you, like, peel off, like, the tougher layer, because it's, like, sandpaper. Like, the cow's tongue's, like, cat tongue, but more. So you had to peel off that layer, and then cubed it, and then made a soup, and it was, like, the softest. It was so soft. Like, if you, certain chunks had, like, the little bumps on it, so that was kind of, like, funny to look at, but the actual, like, taste and texture was, like, I just remember it being so soft and so yummy.
That is interesting. I like, so this one's more high school than anything else. There was, like, a festival, it was technically, like, a book fair. Not technically a book fair or anything, like, it was just, like, a day where, like, it was just a festival day, school festival day, for, like, el Día de Descubrimiento de Puerto Rico, the Discovery of Puerto Rico. Yeah, and, there was a little cattle. And they brought a little cattle, and I was, like, really cute, and then my friends were like, go touch it, go give it a head pat. I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay. It was adorable. And they told me to go take a picture of it. Come on, you want to take a picture of it? Go ahead. I'm like, but there's people wanting to touch the cow.
Was it like a little Highland cow, like the really fluffy ones?
No, it wasn't. It was just a normal cow. It was like the average one you find. But it was
little
adorable.
Cows are so cute. I love little calves, especially like the little fresh calves. They're just so cute. Especially like if they're like if we put them up in the barn, like we need to like separate them for a bit, and they'll just like be in a stall in the barn. And you just go like hang out. They're so cute. So there was like I think this past summer, I want to say, like maybe this past spring. I forget when it was. Maybe it was like earlier in the year or sometime this past year. And there was like, I think like 4 or 5 calves at the farm. Which was so cute. So cute.
That's adorable.
Oh, we had a baby horse one time. We got a horse and didn't know she was pregnant. I mean, gosh, I need to do some more of these stories with Mom because then she probably remembers more of the details. But we got a horse, and it was like probably only like less than a month into owning her, and I forget like why, if there's like something or it was just like a checkup, but like the vet came, and then the vet was like, "Is this horse pregnant?" We're like, "No," and she's like, "Are you sure?" And so she checked, and it's like, "Yep, this horse is pregnant." And we're like, "Oh, well, that explains some things." But that was so fun because then we had a little baby foal. I think she was born on like the summer equinox or something. And it was so cute, and like the little hooves were so soft. When she first came out, I remember got like a bunch of pictures of me just like sitting and snuggling the cute little baby horse.
Oh, baby.
And she was so cute. Oh, she was then named Daredevil Adventure Horse as she got bigger, because she would just like when they were walking around in the yard, because we have like the pastures and then like this big yard section that's fenced off from like the road, and so sometimes they're there, and she would like stick her nose into like the fire. Like we had a fire in the like fire pit. She would like stick her nose in and singe her whiskers, or she would like walk into the tack room, like a room. She would walk into the tack room, or like climb into the trailer while the trailer is like already piled with stuff, so that she's like wedged in there. She was like Daredevil Adventure Horse, a little pushy sometimes, but she was really funny.
Oh, that was very cute. That was very cute.
I'm just remembering, it was so cute, this little baby horse. And I did a lot of like I did a lot of horsemanship and like sort of natural horsemanship and like training horses. There's a bunch of horses that I work with, especially in my like teen years, and so worked with her some. Then I ended up like getting a job and then getting married, and then I've been gone. So like I think I only got so far with her, but it was a good time.
Oh, Soren asked, as people who lived a rural life, does it feel weird visiting cities or / very urban areas?
You go first.
I guess, yeah, for me, I guess. It's a different environment, I'd say. But like, yeah. It's very different. I honestly kind of prefer more rural parts.
I feel like it's like I'm fine being in like going in into a city, but it's like I definitely like there's a certain like like it's a lot more relaxing being in the country where it's just like this is right, a lot more relaxing and stuff. I guess I don't know. I've lived a couple places now since moving away from the farm. So I've kind of gotten used to like not being like having the bit of land and stuff. But man, I'm like whenever I'm back, I'm just like, I miss this. Like being able to just be like have your land to like walk around on or go see the animals and just the space. Or whenever we go visit, and especially now with the kids and like seeing them get to enjoy. Even just the small little land my family has, and it's just like it feels right,
Yeah. It's just nice.
Yeah, it's not so much that it feels weird being in like city environments, because I love being in like going and like seeing cool stuff and being like, oh, let's go explore and see new things and stuff. But there's just always something that's like feels better about being in the country.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that. Yeah. It's very nice. Also on the topic of horses, I've never like my grandparents never had horses. It was mainly chickens. But a lot of people here do have horses. It's very common thing. And during like well, obviously, the discovery of Puerto Rico, the holiday, holiday, specifically the day, a lot of people go out with their horses and go to town with them. and that's like really really nice to see. But the day after, there's a lot of horse species, and I remember there's like no cleaning crew for that at all.
Oh no.
Yeah.
You gotta put like the little Daker bags on your horses, like they do when they've got like in some cities they'll have like the horse carriages, and I've noticed they'll have like a little bag for poop, like hanging from the horse to like catch the poop.
Well, that's not common here at all. But I do remember walking to school one day, and like I would have to like dodge all the dog shit. I'm like, no, the horse species.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine there's a lot.
Yeah.
It sounds fun though. Like it sounds fun. Like all the horses. There's where I grew up, there was a fair bit of people that would just like not so much like ride their horses like into town to go do stuff, but they would just like be riding their horses around and riding them down the road. Though I don't know, that's always kind of a little sketchy. I don't know what like exactly how the roads are like, but like most roads over in the U.S., it's like the cars go kind of fast, or like they can come around like most people drive way faster on the back roads than they're supposed to. And then I don't know, it's just always a thing where it's like if the horse spooks or different things. I always just like kept the horses on our properties, like played with them there. Part of it was like it was just easier. Part of it was like it would take a lot more work to kind of like work your horses up to be like comfortable and trusting in like these really different situations they're not used to. I wanted to do more trail riding, but man, also getting horses on and off trailers sometimes can be a lot.
Yeah. It's like, I've seen a few couple of things myself. What was I gonna say? Fuck.
That's it. You were talking about all the horse droppings after like a big festival and dodging it going into school, and probably everyone's stinking.
Yeah. I don't remember what I was gonna say after that. Damn.
Soren says, makes sense. I love living in this in the city for the amenities, but being in the countryside is a lot prettier and nicer. I like where we're at right now in Japan because it's it's very urban, which I think any like this place like is island or small country is gonna be like that, but where we're at, it doesn't feel too it's not too big city like where we're located exactly. You can like drive and go into a more like densely like city area, but it is so nice being able to like walk, and we've got basically like a mini mall that has like grocery store in it. Like basically anything you can need is like a 10-minute walk at this one store, or you can just like walk 5 minutes up the hill to the convenience store, or it's nice. It's nice being able to like kind of walk and get some simple things. And instead of being like there's only like the one the downtown that you have to like always drive to.
Yeah. Like specifically where I live, the area where I grew up, like my like a lot of families here like live in clusters. Like there could be like a whole neighborhood that's just a family. And so like I lived pretty close to my grandma's house. So sometimes when the car didn't work or like there's like some car issues, I just walk.
Yeah. And I don't know. I feel like that used to be a lot more common. Like the place my family has, like only I think there's like it had been in that family like possession, and then they sold it to someone, and then we bought it from that person. But like before then, they had owned like a big section of the like road and area, and it was like one of those like the homestead where it's like a big section of land that a lot of the family lived on. Like you said, it was like a neighborhood of a family. And like I think it was similar to like the previous place we were living. There's still a couple people that were like the guy, our neighbor, he was like, yeah, the place we were at, there used to be like a cabin that like his parents were born in or something. And so like I think it used to be more common, and then like the land would get split off and sold and people would move around. But my family's like slowly bring it back, and like slowly like we're just gonna like slowly acquire the land back and with like be just buy pieces. I think we've already got like there's like the farm, and then there's the one house and the other house, and we're just slowly taking back the land. We'll slowly own that whole road.
It's
And then just we could all just hang out. It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. Soren says some of my extended family raises horses. Nice.
Oh, nice.
I love horses. My brothers would always be like, they're useless. They don't do anything. I'm like, but I like them. They're pretty and they're fun.
What do you mean I'm useless? No.
Like, fine. They aren't pulling a plow, but they're still cool.
Yeah, they're still cool.
My brother and I briefly did horse archery on horseback. There was like a mounted archery. There was like a mounted archery club, and we went a handful of times. Or there was like a weekend, man. I guess technically I was driving. Was I driving? Or wait, how did that work? Because I remember it was like there was a spend the night thing.
Oh.
Maybe. Oh wait. I think I remember. Because I think I had my license, and so I drove me and my brother up, and I think Mom met us there. Oh yeah, because we brought a couple of our own horses. So I think Mom went up there with we have like a 15-passenger van to pull the horse trailer, and so we took that up there, and so had our horses, and I think it was like a weekend thing, so it was like 2 days, and so then my brother and I just slept in the 15-passenger van, because that's one of the awesome things about them. You got the bench seats, you just lay out, and so yeah, it was like a little weekend course thing on like mounted archery. That was pretty fun. One of the horses acted up, and that was a bit awkward, but otherwise it was good.
Yeah, that sounds fun. That actually sounds pretty fun.
Yeah. I don't think I did much. I think I maybe tried to do like a little bit more when we were like just at the house. But there's other things to do and work on, I guess. Horseback archery, Mongolian throat singing intensifies. I love Mongolian throat singing. Have you ever? So did you ever get to like ride horses, like at Neighbors or something?
No, I never got to ride horses, but funnily enough, they're like the neighbor behind my dad's house has like a whole like area, and he has both horses and cows.
Aww.
It's like a big area. But compared to other people, it's like some people just kind of have a small area and they just get pets to get pets, and it's like no, that's not good. Yeah.
I think horses are a lot more fun when you know someone that has them. They're good at hurting themselves. I'll say that. They're good at hurting themselves. I've had to doctor many of horses that like, especially with barbed wire, because the property was fenced mainly with barbed wire, which is like so great when they decide to put a foot through it. They can definitely be expensive. They're fun though. I love them. I had a lot of fun. It's always nice going back home and getting to play with my Mustang or stuff like that. We used to have a lot. Gosh, I think there was one point we had like 14 horses.
Damn, that's a lot.
Like way too many. There's like I don't know. There's one time there's like I went somewhere. Like there was some summer thing going on, and I was gone, and I was like, Mom. Because, like, it was, like, a joke of, like, oh, you leave and your mom sells your horse or something. And I was like, Mom, you cannot buy any more horses while I'm gone. I was always the voice of reason of being like, Mom, we don't need more horses. I know there was one time we went to look at a horse. Well, because also, like, we kind of, like, sort of, like, rescue in a way sometimes. Because I remember we went to look at one horse. And there was another horse there. And both the horses were in kind of rough shape. Like, they weren't really in the best care, underweight and stuff like that, or, like, super skittish. So we ended, I think Mom talked the lady into a price to, like, get both of them. And so I sort of, like, worked with them, got them in better condition, got them better to handle and ride and stuff like that. I had a lot of fun doing that as a teen. But yeah, there was one time we had like 14 horses. Oh. Way too many. Now, some of them were small. Some probably like 5 of those were like the Shetland ponies. So like the little, not like completely mini horse, but like hip height kind of horses. And We did have a mini horse at one point, like a really mini horse, and I remember my sister bringing it inside and like painting its toenails with purple nail polish, like painting the hooves. I'm gonna have to get my mom back on to remember exactly like how all the horse shenanigans went. I think at this point there's, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then my sister-in-law has one now. I think that's what we got. Oh, and then there's I think the other 2 across the street that are my friends. Because we have a neighbor across the street that would always that lets us use her. They've got a big pasture that they've never had any animals, so they've just let us use it.
Damn, that is really cool.
Animal husbandry skills maxed out for Minna. I think it would be fun to do a like talking about horsemanship and like reviewing horsemanship videos or something. I'll save that for another stream.
Yeah. Soren said my family who had horses apparently competed in the Olympics in the horse category. That is very interesting.
I know Olympics probably has like dressage. I wonder what else. I have a bunch of I'll probably save more of my horse stories for that stream. But that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is very cool.
What kind of animals aside from chickens? What other animals did you get to like interact with most growing up? What?
Lizards, big lizards.
Oh, big lizards like the iguanas?
Yeah, iguanas. I remember this one time, one fell off a tree and it literally almost hit my cousin.
Oh my gosh, so people can die from that, right?
I think so.
Oh man. Are they invasive or... Because I think they're invasive in Florida.
Yeah. They're very much invasive.
Oh man. So they're just like free real estate, just go to town on the iguanas.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Like some people just like decided to release them and they just took over.
Oh no, it's like the Burmese pythons in Florida.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Basically how that happens, yeah. Yeah.
The ecosystem will never be the same.
It'll never be the same. It has never been the same since that.
It's like at this point it's like, is it an invasive species or is this just what we're dealing with now?
Is it really just like part
Do we need to just introduce another species to deal with them?
Don't worry, that's why we got guns.
Exactly. I know, the ultimate species predator, invasive species, humans.
Yeah.
So what would you do with the iguanas?
I would just run away.
You would just what?
Run away.
Oh, run away.
About it, yeah.
You wouldn't like try and like juggle them or anything?
No.
When you were saying run away for a second, I thought you said like run them over.
My dad does that. I'm not too keen on that.
Because they're pretty big. They're like...
Yeah, they're very big.
Yeah.
Very big.
I know when we were growing up in Florida a bit, we'd take the little green lizards, and my brothers would like get the little green lizards and get them to open their mouths and like put them on their earlobes like earrings.
That I've seen a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
I remember I used to be scared of them, but after like a classmate once like showed me when she caught and like had me touch it, I was like, oh, that's not too scary anymore, you know?
Cute little things.
Yeah, they're just really little guys, you know?
A lot of little house geckos. There's like some... I guess, I wonder if they're geckos or not. Over here, there's like tiny little tiny geckos. Mostly it's the little ones I'll see in the house. There'll be like teeny tiny little geckos in the house at times. Yeah, same thing over there.
Yeah, but it's like a lot rarer because there's usually just lizards instead. They're just they're taking care of the bug situation inside the house.
Yeah, true. I wonder if it's lizards or geckos. They almost seem more like geckos. They're just like a really light color.
Yeah. I see them outside, like on the windows at night too. Yeah. I'd say geckos are like a lot lighter, like very light colored, and like they look a little slimy. Yeah, maybe they look a little slimy, but they're cute. You know,
Yeah.
very cute.
These ones are light colored, but they don't seem very slimy. So I don't know. I'd have to like take a picture and look it up.
Yeah.
House geckos are cute. They help eat the bugs in your house too. Very useful. Yes.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
It's always fun seeing them like on the window and like watching them try to like eat some moths. There's one that like I think it lost its tail, and I'm pretty sure it was the same one because I'd see this gecko or lizard on the window, like it would be like on the outside of the window at night by the bathroom, and there was like several days in a row where I would see one, and it was like had like almost no tail, and then had like a little bit more tail and a little bit more tail. So I'm like, I think it was the same one.
Yeah, it seems like it. I've seen like the other day I was like chilling in my room, and we were cleaning the window screens and whatnot, and like my room still didn't have the window screens on, and like two big outside lizards just came in, just like decided, this is my home now.
Oh man, just come chill.
Yeah, I'd probably find their corpses eventually, you know.
Oh yeah, around somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere.
I think there was one time a bat flew into the house, and then we had like a whole rodeo trying to get the bat back out of the house.
I remember.
Probably just have like like a screen door. Like we had a screen door, but there was like a rip in the screen door or some, I don't know, whatever. Bat flew in.
I remember this one time we were getting ready to like head out in the morning for school and whatnot, and a bird flew in. The door was wide open, and the bird flew in.
There was a bird in our wall one time.
Really?
Like the farmhouse. Our farmhouse is pretty kooky. And I think there was like we were hearing noises. And I think Dad eventually like cut out the like part of the wall, and maybe the one bird was still there. There's definitely bird corpses in there.
Holy shit!
I forget. I think there was a bird in there. I forget if the bird if we got the bird out, but I know there was other like dead birds in there. I don't know how they got in. House was crazy.
Yeah.
That's so crazy. They got disease. Yeah,
scary.
Yeah.
Scary. They're cute. What do you mean?
Fruit bats are adorable. Fruit bats are very cute. Up close, I guess like that's the one thing I remember is like the bat situation was being like, how do we get it out without like risking anyone getting something from it?
Yeah. That is understandable.
Let's see. Grew up for like 10 years in the South with no central heating or air.
Yeah, no, there's very much like very common here for no central heating or air. Yeah. Like right now I'm sweating.
Yeah. At least like it's hot over here, but at least like the air conditioning's pretty good. You just gotta you gotta be real careful with the humidity here, because like you gotta have the dehumidifiers running, make sure that things don't mold and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's similar there.
I mean, it's not that bad. We don't really use dehumidifiers, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's always humid. I don't know, like what like the average humidity is. I just know when we're coming over here and everyone's like, you gotta have dehumidifiers and like watch out for, because like mold will take over, and you can't have it set too low. You can't have your air conditioning set too low. I heard a story of someone that like set their air conditioning like, I think it was like 60s or something, and maybe they were gone. Maybe they like left on a trip, but they had it set too low. You can't set it too low, otherwise like then it makes the air like condense. Like you have condensation in the air, and then like his whole house was covered in mold because it was like the AC was set too low and had too much like condensation built up, and then everything molded.
Oh my god, that sounds awful.
Yeah. That was a story I heard anyway.
I figured out I actually have mold allergies.
Oh no.
Yeah.
How'd you find that out?
I was like having like multiple nights where I was just like allergies nonstop, and then I tried and I like cleaned my room and whatnot, and then like the area is like a lot cleaner, but I still got allergies, and so like I just took it in my hands and like cleaned the window screens, and that like helped a lot. And then like someone told me, "Oh, that sounds like a mold allergy." I'm like, "Oh, maybe."
Yeah. Gotta keep up on it. Can't have a moldy moldy drawers or
I
moldy
can't
things.
have a moldy house. I gotta have everything clean.
I don't think like black mold is really like nasty,
No.
where it's like hiding in a closet corner where you don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't think I have any crazy mold stories.
Yeah.
Thankfully.
I don't think I do either. There's just like, yeah.
Yeah. It is what it is, I guess.
It is what it is.
Yeah. But yeah, at least like we have we have a pool at the house, and so I remember like I think at this point we have more like window units in the house, but for the most part it was just like window fans, and like the ceiling fans. It would get so hot, and then I would just like go and sit in the pool in the afternoon to cool down.
Oh man, I wish I had a pool. I'd be chilling on there and on there all the time. It'd be really nice.
Yeah, I probably should have taken more advantage. I know my mom would always be like, "I spend this time cleaning the pool and no one swims." I know I would go and like sit. I would sit in the pool. I would just like sit in the pool and like read, just sit on the steps and read. But now there's all the grandkids and extra kids, and so I think mom's actually like getting certified to like teach swimming. She's pretty good at like she's taught all of us to swim, and she's been pretty good. But she's like getting some like more classes or certification to teach swimming, which is pretty cool. But there's 2 pools now. She cleans both of them.
2 pools. Oh my
There's
God.
2 pools. Gotta keep them vacuumed. But yeah, it was nice having the pool. It was, I miss the farm now. Hang out with the horses, go ride the horse, be all like, I'd put my swimsuit on and then go like play with my horse and ride around and be all then I'd be all sweaty from riding and then just jump in the pool.
That sounds like the life.
So nice. And then just like have a nice tall glass of raw milk, just suck it down, have some like cow that you named that's now your steak. All just it's a good time. It's a good time. I know when I played soccer as like a kind of middle schooler, I think. And I remember there was like soccer camp. And I would come home and I would just take off my cleats and my shin guards and like jump in the pool because we'd be like out there like all morning, practicing and playing. And I'd be so sweaty. So I'd just take off my shin guards and my cleats and just jump in the pool. And just had to have like a couple of outfits for like ready for soccer because I would just like jump in the pool with my like soccer like the shirt and pants.
Yeah.
It was so good. It felt great though.
That sounds good, man.
Did you, when you growing up, were you like close to the beach or mostly the creek?
So it's more close to the creek, but like you could just like take like a 10-minute drive and you'll be close to the beach. So
nice. So pretty close. That's close in my books.
Yeah. It's very close. Yeah.
Did you spend a lot of time at the beach growing up?
Not, I mean, like more than a normal person would.
Yeah.
So I guess. Yeah.
I love the beach. It's so fun.
Yeah.
I really need to get to I've gone to the beach like maybe 2 or 3 times since we got here, and there's a really nice one close by that I really need to go back to. But I'm just like so focused on like get the house done, so that way it's like done, and then I can like then really settle into like a routine and do stuff without like just having the downstairs set up right now. Like it's so nice. It's like I feel like I can actually like do something more with my day than just try and set up the house.
Yeah. It sounds nice.
Yeah. Tim says you're making that pool life sound amazing, Minna. It is great. It's a pretty good life.
Yeah. It is pretty great.
I love creeks though. Creeks were like, as far as body of water to play in goes, creeks are always fun.
Yeah, they're always fun. Like I remember my cousin finding quartz there and like keeping them as like just like as collection, and it was really really nice to see. Like
cords, like little pieces of rope.
Yeah.
Breaking off and
stuff.
Then
like yeah. And I remember him finding like a geo, was it? I don't know.
Like a geo rock?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
There's rocks I find in the woods Oh, nice. There's rocks I'd find in the woods that kind of, like, reminded me of, like, some sort of geo rock, but I don't know if they actually were. But, man, yeah, that, like, I don't know, especially as, like, a... Yeah, because we got to the farm when I was, like, a preteen. And that sort of preteen or early teenager self, I had so much fun, like, finding all the random things around the property. Walking around, singing songs to myself. I think that's one of the things I, like, appreciate the most is, like, I spent definitely way too much time on YouTube growing up. Just, wasting time watching stuff. But I didn't have a phone, and I didn't have social media, and I'm so grateful for the fact that I didn't, and, like, and there's the animals I had to take care of. There's also times that, like, I dilly-dallied too long and didn't go take care of the animals, or, didn't stay on top of, like, keeping the water trough filled. I don't know, there's, like, a certain amount of, like, responsibility that you get to practice when it's your job to water the animals or take care of stuff. So but it was good to have that like thing that forced me outside every day. And it was rough in the winter sometimes. So there's definitely times in the winter where it'd be like an hour or two out in the cold, breaking the water ice from the water trough and feeding the horses and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I still had like so much time that I would just be outside, and my imagination was fresh and young, and I wasn't being like sucked into any devices. And I spent so much time like coming up with songs or stories in my head while I was filling water troughs, or singing to myself, or imagining different scenarios and little dramas in my head. And I'm like, I couldn't really go back to that time now. There's too many like the to-do list feels too long, kind of hampers the creative juices, but it's fun though, because like my sister's kind of in that stage now, and it's fun like seeing her all excited about like stories or different things. And I don't know, there's that young energy that I'm like, that was a good time. I wish I took better use of that time, all that time I had back then. Being homeschooled and hanging out on the farm, I had so much time.
Homeschooled. Damn, I went like mostly to private schools most of my life, and then like during like the end of middle school, 8th grade, I went to public school, and that was like a whole issue. Like,
yeah.
But after that, I just couldn't imagine going back to private school because I liked the freedom it gave me.
Oh yeah. What was the biggest difference between like the public and private?
Private so private was like very much like you don't really get to leave the property without a parent or like a teacher and whatnot, but that's normal.
Probably especially if you were there at like a younger age.
Yeah. And like I went to the specific private school that was like a specific like type of learning learning thing.
Curriculum
thing. Curriculum, yeah, absolutely completely different from public, from like every other school.
Oh
like,
wow!
It was like completely independent studying, and like I was not very good at keeping up with myself. And so like I did not do a good job, but it was like completely private.
Yeah.
And like after like 3 years, I was moved to like private public school after that. I'm glad I did. I was moved to public school even though I struggled the first year.
Yeah, it's transition.
Yeah,
that's pretty fun.
And it was like a private Christian school too, which is like adds to it.
Yeah,
there's like a lot going on.
Yeah, totally like specific vibe.
Yeah.
Let's see. Wait, how do you say this? Walex?
Rexus?
Rexus? Is the W silent? Rexus? I don't know. Allergic to the pipispores. Shake my head. See.
Yeah, and?
I'm so sorry that you've never gotten to have, like, there's not good beaches by you, Soren.
Yeah, that's very sad. Find a good one. Go find a good one.
Yeah.
Look it up.
Yeah, there's some beautiful. I like the most like East Coast US beaches were pretty good. Especially I forget like the Gulf maybe. I think that's where some of my favorite beaches were. It was good times, though.
Mhm.
Forest creeks are fun. Unfortunately, most bodies of water in the countryside are muddy canals, and sometimes there's leeches in them. So most people stay away. Oh, leeches! Leeches
Oh,
always
I
were
don't.
like I've never encountered leeches, but I feel like they're
Same.
always in stories and always like, ooh, leeches.
Yeah, I've never encountered leeches.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I don't know. There was the spring. We'd play in like the spring.
Mm.
There's like a we're kind of in. There's a bit of a mountainish area, and so there's a nice creek. There was like a fresh spring and the creek, and there was like crawdads. There's little water snakes sometimes. There's the little puddle with the tadpoles. There's a park too that had like a big creek that we'd like occasionally get in and kind of like play and swim in a bit.
Oh.
Oh, I go visit family in Jamaica for the beaches. There you go.
There you
Caribbean
go.
beaches are amazing. I believe it. That's like tropical paradise.
Yeah. I've been to one specific that's like one of the wonders of the world, and it's called flamenco. And it's like one of the wonders of the world, and like the beach is completely white, the sand is completely white.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I saw a
So
YouTube
it's
video
in
talking about like a beach that's like the sand is completely black.
Yeah. There's also those over here too. Yeah.
Oh, that's
But it's
cool.
not like super completely black. It's just like a mixture, you know?
Yeah. I think the video I saw was like some sort of like way out of the way one in Hawaii that had like a bunch of like old volcanic rock or something. So it was all like a completely black sand. Sounds really fun. Someone also asked, is it snowy in the winter for you? Southern winters are like kind of depending on where you're at. Since we were a little bit in like a mountainish area, we'd get like January and February. It would actually like be cold. I feel like most southern places I've lived in like winter, like transitional seasons just like last forever, where it's like you have a week that's warm, then a week that's cold, and then just like flip flops. But like January and February, it would like actually be cold, and then you'd get some weeks in that were like really cold. And so then occasionally you get snow. So there would be times that like snow would fall, but depending on if it was actually like cold enough that like things were actually frozen, then the snow would stick. We've had times where you've gotten like a solid snow for like, and it usually lasts like a day or two, depending on like if the weather then warms back up. I think like the longest was like, I don't know, it lasted for like maybe like 3 days where like the snow like stayed around and maybe snowed a little bit more. But yeah, it would be pretty cold. There's definitely times where like we'd have a week that like stayed below freezing. We'd have like 1 or 2 of those weeks during like a winter. There's Elliot. Have you heard the story of Elliot?
No, I have not.
So there was a deer that was hit kind of like outside our house, just like up the hill from where our house is. There's a deer hit, and it just happened. And so my dad and brothers went and took the tractor and went and got the deer, and so they hung it up in the barn and like skinned it, and then it like froze, and like that whole week was like everything was below freezing, so everything was just frozen. So they couldn't do anything with the deer. So it was just hanging in the barn. So we'd be like passing by it, milking the cow, feeding the horses, and it had 1 antler, so we named it Elliot after that.
Oh my god!
From Open Season.
Yeah.
That would be a fun watch along. I keep thinking of all these random movies that would be a fun watch along.
Yeah, a lot of movies would be a fun watch along.
I know. I'm like, there's all these movies I haven't seen in so long that would be fun to like rewatch. But yeah, so his name was Elliot. He just hung up in the barn. We were just like, hey, Elliot, passing by. The horses and the cows kind of looked at it, but didn't really care much. And then once everything started thawing and Elliot thawed, then they cut out like I think there's just like the 1 hip was bruised meat, but the rest was pretty good. So got them good meat and made a roadkill stew.
Damn, that's interesting.
It's yummy.
I've never tried roadkill stew before. That's interesting.
What are winters like in Puerto Rico?
Not even snow.
Yeah, I figure it's more island. More island life.
Tropical.
Yeah. I love tropical islands. They're great though.
Yeah. This the past like the past few months, like August and like currently right now, it's like really extremely hot right now. So it's like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
even like the education system is like considering like pulling classes and making them online for like during this time frame because it's too hot and a lot of classrooms don't even have air conditioning.
Oh yeah, that makes it. That makes a lot of sense. That's like that's just too much to be like sitting in a room all day.
Yeah.
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 It's
But
been
like
pretty hot here.
a lot of the classrooms do have like fans, but they don't have air conditioning. And it's
Mm-hmm.
mostly very common for public schools, especially for the ones that like live in like are like right near like a little poorer area, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of funding.
Did
Not a lot of
the
funding.
private school have air conditioning?
Yes.
There's one advantage.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. It wasn't. Yeah,
But,
I lived without air conditioning in our little house, but we could like have the windows and the ceiling fans. And now they've got like window units that make it extra cold.
yeah, it's really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Things change.
Let's see. Let's see. The lowest it'll ever go is 40. I'm assuming like 40. What's it? Fahrenheit. 40. Like I feel like it like the average temperature in winter hovers around like probably between like 40 and 60. Like probably like 30 or 40 at night and like 50 or maybe 60s during the day. The hardest part about winters in most places I've lived, which has been like pretty much only lived in the South aside from Japan now, is you have to wear like 3 outfits a day because you'll get up and you'll like walk out to the car if you're like going somewhere in the morning, and especially if you're like kind of in a shadow, like you'll dress really warm and then you get there and you're like, oh, it's hotter than I thought. And it'll be midday and you'll be sweating, and so then you gotta like take off layers, but then you reverse it in the evening where it's like now it's getting cold again. You just have to constantly have like layers you can like put on and off. I feel like that's probably common for most places, but that's always the like hardest part about like transitional seasons, I feel like.
Yeah. Soren said it's winters without snow are a wild concept to me. I mean, it's normal in a lot of places, so yeah.
Let's see. It's like it's getting close to midnight here.
Yeah.
Okay, let me see. Let me think. Any really good? Think of like any. I don't know, those like memories that tend to pop up in your mind when you think like back on your childhood or like shenanigans.
I'm thinking.
Gotta get those thoughts in that head.
Gotta think for once in my life.
Gotta be smart, book smart, Abby arc.
Read them textbooks. Let me think. Just thinking. One of them is more like, oh, cousins just like did me dirty.
Oh no.
But like, yeah, the one that pops up is like the cousins did me dirty. But like they were adults that were able to calm me down.
Calm you down.
I'm like, yeah, because I fucking sobbed.
Oh, so, I thought you were going like rage mode.
No, I don't go
just
rage
sad
mode.
Oh, that's sad. What they do to you?
Yeah. Okay, so I had 2 cousins, and they were like messing with me because I'm a fairly gullible person. I'm a fairly gullible.
A guppy fish.
Yeah. Yeah. And so they know that I was scared of snakes, and I still am. Snakes are scary. Yeah. And so like we were just like hanging out in like like in one of those like toy things, toy play areas.
Like a play port.
Yeah. Not play park per se, but it was like the ones that you buy for like little kids.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we were like there, we were like chilling on that, and they're just like, oh, I see like a huge ass snake towards towards grandma's house, and they're like, what do you mean? They like fully gaslit me, and it was like, yeah. And then I just like started sobbing, and then like a family member realized it because it was my grandma's sister. Rest in peace. And then she like went over and like asked, "Is everything all right?" And they're like, "No, they were scaring me and whatnot." And so like she tried to calm me down. And like gave a stern talking to my cousins. Yeah.
Aw, that's sad.
Yeah, I was usually the one getting picked on.
Yeah, I know my my brothers definitely like used like lizards and snakes to scare our neighbor that we were friends with. I was always very tomboy. I was like, you know, I have a picture of me as like pretty young, maybe like 4 or 5, and we had caught like a little garden snake in Florida. And I'm standing there, and there's a picture of me, like, Dad's holding it, and I'm helping holding it, and I've got, like, the biggest grin. I've got another picture of me, like, we'd caught another little snake. This is now, you know, I'm probably, like, 12 or something, and we're, like, taking pictures and posing with this little snake we caught, and I'm, like, got one where it looks like I'm about to eat the snake. I think my sister really likes snakes. I appreciate snakes, but most of the time, I usually don't go after them. We did have like a corn snake. Oh, this was a good one. We had a corn snake. This was when we lived in the neighborhood. And the corn snakes are really pretty, and we found one, and we kept it in like a little aquarium for a bit. And it had gotten out, and I was going from the basement to upstairs, and it was sitting like kind of like along the bottom of the very bottom step. And so I come around the corner, and I go upstairs, and I see it, and I kind of like jump and scream. But then I was very much like, I wasn't scared. It just surprised me. Like, that was me. I was like, I had 4 brothers. I'm like, I wanted to be cool, too.
I was a huge family, damn.
Oh, wait, did you not know how many siblings I had?
Only my brother. That's really about it. Counting myself and my brother, we were like 7 grandchildren to my Mima. Yeah.
Did you get to spend a lot of time with your cousins?
Yeah, mostly in childhood. But then like my older cousins like started like going off on their own and doing their own shit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to the day we can be closer, and because like all like my kiddos and my brother's kiddos are like really close in age. And like it's like when we were visiting before we came over here and seeing them all play together, it was so sweet. And get some practice with having to like cooperate and interact with each other. Yeah. And I'm like, it would be so cool to be close, and they could like all hang out a bunch, and you know, I'm like, that would be so great. They will video call them, like the oldest, the first grandbaby. She's, you know, the oldest, and so she'll ask to call us and chat to the doe kiddos and stuff, which is sweet. Someday. Let's see. Do I have any other snake stories? We had Mr. Friendly King Snake. Mr. Friendly King Snake was around the farm. And there's probably lots of other snakes. There's probably plenty of snakes around, but for the most part, I think we've had good king snakes that keep all the bad snakes away. So, a story about snakes with my mom. I remember as a kid, my mom told this story, and it was like, I don't know, there's like a handful of stories that like my mom told about herself that I thought were so cool. And one was she had 2 brothers. They would catch cottonmouths. They'd catch cottonmouths in buckets, and they'd take sticks, and they'd take these little wooden people. They tied the little wooden people to the sticks, and they'd hold it over the mouth of the bucket to watch the cottonmouth snap at it and see how wide the mouth would go.
Oh my god.
That was probably a very, very like 70s, 80s kind of thing to do.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
I was like, Mom, you're wild.
Wild, man.
Wild. Let's see where I get it from. Snakes are cool. I like feeling their scales. They're pretty. They're kind of fun to touch. Aren't cottonmouths venomous? Yes, they are. I don't like coming upon any snakes out and about usually, because that's always a bit of a just like, nope, bro, I'll leave you alone.
Yeah, I remember a couple of times my family would just like try to scare him with snakes they find. I was like, why would you do that? Why would
I
you do
know, poor
that?
snake, poor snake.
Yeah.
Leave the
For
snakes
me and the
alone.
snake.
Forget the snakes. Let's
Me
see.
and the snake.
You listen to older people talk about how they used to collect worms and sell them to fishermen. You realize old people lived in a different realm. I loved collecting. I loved playing with worms. Like I remember one time just like getting a big pile of worms and like putting them in a dump truck, like little toy thing. The one thing I don't know why I would do this. Oh, I would also like cow patties, like dried cow patties. You flip them over. There's usually worms there. Underwater troughs, there's always worms. So when I don't know why I would do this. I don't know what this says about me as a person, but when I would be sitting there filling up water troughs, especially if I like moved the bucket of saw worms, I would just stick the worms on the barbed wire fence, just pierce them through, put them on the barbed wire fence, and let them shrivel up.
Oh my god!
I don't know why I would do that, but I did. I don't know how often I did it.
That kind of reminds me of this one time my friend told me he used to dissect lizards.
Oh my goodness! Ooh! This triggered a way back memory. I haven't thought about this in a long time, but there was like a dead frog in the pool parking lot in the neighborhood. So I think the frog was already dead, and I think my brothers like were like trying to dissect it, and they like poked something and it jumped. I'm like, I haven't thought about that memory. That used to be like a story I would tell a lot. I haven't thought about it in a long time, but now I can like kind of remember it.
Let's go. Unlock the core memory.
Core memory unlocked.
Let's go.
Oh, there was a snail. There was a snail in the garden today, and it was so fun watching it. It was like the way it like stretched and moved. I got a whole video of it like crawling over this grass and like reaching across like the grass like leaf to the rock, and it was impressive like how dexterous it was and how far it could stretch out. It was cool.
Yeah, that is very interesting. Snails are interesting.
Yeah, I feel it's like I really appreciate the time that we lived where it's like I'm so glad I didn't have like social media or phone then, and I'm like I still wasted too much time on YouTube, but I'm like
I agree.
fighting, trying my best to like fight against the doom scrolling nowadays and like be a good example, and like because I definitely like if I'm too distracted by like I like listening to streams, and most of the time it lines up where it's kind of like sort of midday or like early like later morning that people are streaming. Then it's they're late at night, it's my like morning, and so it's nice because I can kind of be cleaning up breakfast or doing stuff while listening. But usually I have to have like a headphone, like one headphone in, so that if there's cussing, the kids can't hear it. But then I do notice like if I'm too distracted by that, then I'm like I have a harder time dealing with the kids, like especially if they're like getting into something or I need to like correct them on something. Like I've been noticing, I'm like I have to make sure I'm not too distracted. Like too many noises, too much input, too many things going on. Sometimes I gotta simplify it.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, but so much good time just walking around. So I'm trying to like be better about like making sure I have good control on my screen time. And then try and like right now it's like way too hot, and the mosquitoes for some reason are so bad. We got a nice little yard, but the mosquitoes are so bad. We managed to go outside yesterday and today some. And when it's raining, if it's raining a little bit, we'll go outside because then like there's not as many mosquitoes and we'll splash around in puddles. And then hopefully once the weather cools off a little bit, there's some really cool playgrounds around here. So anyway, all this to say, I'm trying to make sure I take me and the kids outside as much as we can, much as I'm able to.
Yeah.
It's good for
That's
us.
good. That's good.
Oh, Temp says
kids, I want to take them. I want to take them outside.
Yeah, it's easy to get wrapped up in your day, especially if you're like just trying to like catch up on things around the house, and then it's like, and then you gotta like get everyone dressed, get them outside. Yeah, it's not always easy, but I try my best. We used to have like a little forest walk group where we'd meet once a week, and it was mostly like my friends with other toddlers, so we just go on this little like half loop of a trail. We'd all meet up. I'd like read a story about whatever the topic was. We go like loop around the trail, then get to the playground, and then all the kids would play, and us moms would hang out and chat, and we'd all have lunch together, and it was really fun.
Oh, that sounds
and I miss it. My friend's starting it back up because it was so fun. It was such a good time.
That's nice.
Yeah. Temp says, "Oh, by the way, Minna, another typhoon came up my way yesterday. My coworkers were joking. I brought it with me. We sent the typhoon back with Temp."
Oh, Miyagi.
I guess there was another one that came by, but it didn't really come very close to us. It was more, I don't know, didn't we even get a bad storm that day? No, we didn't really get anything. We kind of like prepped just in case, but I think it was swinging wide, and so it didn't really pass by. The last typhoon, Temp like came in. We had like a typhoon, and it was like circled the island. It like kind of passed by, and then as it was like kind of coming back before it came on the second pass was when Temp's flight was. So he managed to get in, and then we hung out for, what was that, like 2-3 days or something? While the typhoon passed by again. And then right after it passed, and he was able to get back. He just came. It was a little typhoon party. So yeah, I guess we sent it back with him. How was it? Was it much of a typhoon for you guys? Like how was it? Good typhoon, chill typhoon, crazy typhoon.
Was it insane?
Yeah. I know it's hurricane and typhoon season.
Yeah. Like, not a lot of tropical storms have passed over here, thankfully.
That's good.
From what I've heard.
Yeah.
Nothing that goes to hurricane anytime soon, from what I've heard.
How many years ago? How many years has it been since the like really bad one hit Puerto Rico?
That one happened in 2016.
Okay, yeah.
So it's been a while now. Yeah.
That's good. It's been a while.
Yeah.
I've been grateful. I've never had to live through any like serious natural disaster.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel like maybe people should like at least like try to like live through it, but like at the same time, that's not really good for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would tell a good story. It would make a good story, but you don't really want to go through it.
Yeah. Like, I was like pretty indifferent during it personally because I was just drawing, and like I spent a lot of time outside. Yeah, I honed my art skills.
Oh yeah, yeah. Because let's see. Let's see. So, did the area you were at? Like how bad was the impact with where you were living?
Okay, so where I was spending it, the eye didn't pass by, but where my dad was staying, the eye did pass, and there was like he said it was like an immediate calm, which was really interesting. Yeah, and then it went back around, and I remember seeing the shed like completely destroyed.
Oh man.
And like a lot of people lost their houses, sadly.
Yeah, I know it was bad over there.
Yeah.
It went like right over. Yeah, the concept of like the calm, like the eye of the storm being calm, always fascinated me.
Yeah, like the cat wanted to go outside while the hurricane.
It would be gone. The cat would be gone.
Yeah, it would be flying somewhere. But like he was able to like do his business while the eye happened, and then it like he ran back in. So like we're good.
Oh,
He knew what was going on. He needed
man.
to do his business, but he also knew what was going on.
Yeah, for real, man. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Temp says, I've been telling it to all my students. One of them wrote a comment that Temp Senpai really looked pathetic talking about his vacation. What? Man, they just bully you over there talking about noodles. Now talking about how boring your vacation is. Dang. Wow, okay.
Yeah.
It went okay here, thankfully. Just a lot of raining yesterday. That's good. Yeah. I feel like I know hurricanes, last place we were at, and a hurricane came by. The most damage was from the tornadoes that kind of like split off from it. Caused a lot of damage. Man, I can't believe it. Temp Senpai really loved talking about his vacation. Boy. We had a great time though. Dang.
Yeah, it sounded like a nice time.
It was wild. It was wild being like, yeah, like this is real. FlaVR is real.
An actual person behind the
I
screen.
know,
I can't
right?
believe it.
Right? Welcome to our chaos. You're trapped here now. You can't leave. There's a typhoon. Good thing we all get along.
Yeah. Mm.
Were you out of power for a long time? After the
For
2016?
Months. It was like a month. Like it came back. It finally came back around November. So,
oh man.
Like
When was it like summer or when did it hit?
Let me check. I don't really remember.
Gosh,
I know it's like October, September, somewhere around there.
So I guess like at least it wasn't like super hot, but hopefully like I guess it was like pleasantish weather at least.
Yeah.
But man, yeah, it sucks. Like we were out of power for a day during that one typhoon, and it was so muggy and not very fun.
Yeah.
But man, that's wild.
I mean, at this point, it's normal because there's been so many power outages before that the last days. So like, at this point, it's slightly normal. You know, my mom was going insane because of it. So like, some people were just going mad, and other people were like, whatever. I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people.
Yeah, we're just like, I'll just unplug for a bit. Yeah, man, that's yeah, that must have been tough though. Like all the little, I'm sure once you got it back and you were like, wow, how did I manage without this for so long?
Honestly, I listened to a lot. I tried listening to a lot of music, but I didn't have any music saved on my phone. Yeah. And like at nights, I would like sit, like lay down and listen to the radio.
Yeah.
Just like It was nice at the very least.
Yeah, it's kind of nice. I used to listen to the radio a lot as a kid.
Yeah. The radio's fun. Especially when you like actually like the music in there. I didn't specifically like it, but I just wanted to hear something, instead of like a completely quiet night.
Yeah. We got some radios as like prep for the hurricane, like in case we needed like radios for listening to like if there's announcements or just music. And I turned it on the other night, and it was just like Japanese talking. I'm like, I should just like play this in the background so I can just absorb the Japanese more. Yeah. Tim said I was cracking up when I read that with the vice principal. But yeah, I'm excited to see you guys get some time. Doe Baby's cute. Doe Babies are very cute. Doe Babies are little rascals. Doe Baby himself is, I feel like this past week he's suddenly like he's got quite the personality and is getting mad when I take things away from him now. He's a little rascal, man. He's so funny. He's just so funny. I love it. Oh, they're so cute. They're sleeping right now. They're so cute. Okay, I'm good. Okay.
The Minna really giving everyone baby fever. Damn.
Right. I know. They're just so cute. They're growing up. They're getting so big. Okay, let's see. I should probably let's see. We got church tomorrow, so I probably shouldn't go too much longer. I'm trying to think. Let's see. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's any other stories I wanted to share. When you get to a certain age, you get baby fever. It's just how it happens. Well, then there's my sister, where it's like, most people are like, oh, cute animals, I love cute animals. She's like, in typical farm girl style, she's like, animals, they're just animals. But babies are cute. She loves babies. She's just like, she'll steal all the babies. She's a great babysitter.
I'm usually like, I like animals. They're very cute. And I'm like, oh, babies, I guess. But then my cousin had a baby, and I was like, at first I was like really standoffish on it, and then like a little bit later, before the little dude turned a year old, my grandma was taking care of him, and like I went to visit my grandma for a moment, and then like the little guy just like really liked me, like, and my grandma said no one no one, he doesn't treat anyone else like that except for his parents. I'm like, what makes me the special
Aw.
case?
Aww. Just a happy guy. They're
Yeah,
they're
he's a
so
happy
funny.
guy. Yeah.
They're so funny. Dude, especially like that like that transition from like baby into like young toddler is such a fun transition. Where it's like suddenly it's like they're a little baby, but now they're mobile, and then suddenly it's like they just seem like the tiniest little person, because now it's like the personality and like the movements, like they can walk around and stuff, and they're like becoming more more idea, like you can kind of see the ideas starting to form in their heads and different things, but they're just they're so tiny, and they're still so cute, just tiny little cute little people. Oh, I love it. Just steal all the babies.
The ultimate mom.
Yeah. Mom VTuber. Side note, but Minna's design makes me think of Phil's Terry Doughboy. Oh, that's interesting. I guess there's the white and the blue. You can thank Pippa for that. Alright, farm stories. We were talking about babies again. Farm stories. Any last farm stories? I'm just glad to be a farm girl. I'm very, very happy to have had all that childhood, you know?
Yeah, same. I'm kind of glad I'm not an iPad kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, damn, iPad kid. Damn. You know, but it's also part of like living slightly lower middle class, because we didn't have the money for any of that. And so, like, we were forced to go outside as well. So it was, like, nice to at least have something to do outside.
Yep. It's so important to be bored when you're a kid.
Yeah. I do know that we did have, like, game consoles and whatnot, so that was fun, too. I remember playing on the DSi and, like, 3DS with my cousins, and that was always fun.
I don't think we never had any game stuff. We had Game Boys, like, way back, and then we never got any sort of gaming stuff except for like a Christmas. Like I feel like we were all like the like older set of siblings was much older, and I think Mom had found a Wii set at Goodwill, and so she got it for us for Christmas, and we're all like, "What? No way!" This was like way past when like Wii's first came around. It was like, I mean, it was just like from Goodwill, but we were all stoked to have the Wii. It was so fun.
I mean, the Wii slaps, either way.
It does. There's that other one. It was like a little bit after the Wii, and it was like tracked your movement. Like you didn't have to have the remote. It would like track your movement.
I don't know. I think that was an Xbox Live. I don't know.
I think so.
It was not. It was
Connect. Oh, Connect.
Connect. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I remember a friend had that, and I played with it some. That was kind of fun.
And mostly importantly, because my brother's special interest is a lot of like Mario stuff, so it makes sense why we grew up with that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Oh, that's fun. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Any last things? I'm trying to think. Hey Milliardo, are we gonna try and watch any Ultraman after this?
It is midnight.
It is midnight.
What do the people want though?
Hey chat, would you? We've been Milliardo and I have been meaning to do some more Ultraman watch along, because I think at this point there's like
we're like 4 episodes.
4 episodes in. We might not do all of them, but I know there's at least like a 2-parter episode. So they're like what, 20 minutes? Would anyone be up for a going into a Ultraman watch along after this? Because either we could be responsible adults and go to bed, or we could watch some Ultraman. So if anyone in chat's interested in that, let me know, and that will probably make our decision easier. I like Ultraman though; it's so fun.
I never watched it. Damn.
It's like how do you describe it?
Japanese superhero.
Japanese superhero. Guys in rubber suits wrestling. That's my favorite way to describe it. It's cool. It's like I don't know. I guess like a lot of like Power Rangers was heavily influenced by this sort of. I guess would that be the kaiju genre? Tokusatsu. Where it's like, you know, there's a monster that you got to fight, and then there's like in the Ultraman, you know, he becomes the guy becomes the Ultraman and like becomes a big guy to wrestle the monster. So it's all that's kind of like the formula of most of the shows. It's been running since what, the 60s? Yep, running like there's been it's a huge universe of Ultramans. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I've got such a cute little Ultraman like bento box for Dokid. We have so many Ultraman figures. Like, I don't know, Ultraman's like a cultural sort of character figure. Like everyone knows like Ultraman. But there's a new series that just started coming out like a month or two ago called Ultraman Blazer. And so we started watching that. So we're a couple weeks behind, but we're like watching through and then streaming it for fun if we can. Which I haven't seen anyone say if they want to join us for an Ultraman stream or not.
Come on, say something.
Do something,
Give us
chat.
your opinion. Come on, chat.
Come
do
on.
Something. Come on, don't just sit there.
If you keep sitting there, I'll throw you in the lake.
Yeah, exactly.
Trying to make us irresponsible and just go to bed.
Maybe they're just trying to make us go to bed.
Their silence is deafening.
Ultraman Blazer has been fun. Thanks. How do you say your name? Trebu? Trobe. That's it, right? Trobe. I like Ultraman, but gotta go myself. Yay, the lake! I'd watch, but let me know through the Discord when you will. Okay. What do we got going on tomorrow night? Should we do it tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night's good. Plus, I need to do more Armored Core streaming.
Are you going to stream Armored Core now then?
No.
No, tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Okay. So I think the plan is tomorrow. There's the festival tomorrow. Though I think we'll be back in time for bed for the kids.
Sleep at some point.
Yeah, and I think the festival ends like. Yeah. So yeah, most likely. The plan will be, I guess, Iron Core first or Ultraman first? Probably Ultraman first. That way you don't have to be cut off with Iron Core.
Yeah, because I'm going to be doing Operation Wall Climber, so I'll probably die a bunch.
I don't know. Either one. We'll either do one or the other first. But rough plan for tomorrow, chat. Gonna try and do some Ultraman and some Iron Core. Maybe I'll maybe I'll jump in at one point just to like try the mission, see how fast I die. I am not a gamer. I at least like the Iron Core, armor. Armor Core. I at least managed to like make it to the boss. I couldn't beat the boss yet, but anyways, thanks so much for joining me, Abby.
Of course, it was very fun. I enjoyed my time.
Yay!
Yeah.
Yay! Someday you'll get your computer back.
Yeah, someday.
Maybe we could do. It'd be fun to do like a some sort of game collab sometime. I keep thinking about like Phasmophobia. Doing like I remember like way back when we were all like first like getting to know each other and we just like played it together. It was so fun. So I should reach out to people and see who wants to do a Phasmophobia game.
I wanted to try to do like a Phasmophobia collab with everyone, at least for Halloween.
Oh, that would be good for Halloween.
Yeah, exactly.
Be spooky. I guess we'll hopefully when your like computer's fixed we could do that.
Yeah,
oh no, temp. No, cover your ears. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. I know you love it.
Don't fall back into the addiction.
Yeah. Don't do it. Alright, well, yeah.
Don't do it.
Eventually we'll get around to it. I don't think anytime soon, but at some point we should definitely have like a big Phasmophobia collab. It'd be fun.
Yeah, it'd be really fun.
Alright, while we're chilling here, I'm gonna remember to look up someone that's streaming right now. Let's see. To try and raid. It's a really awkward time for like trying to find someone to raid. It's really like the middle of the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got any plans for the weekend?
I'm mostly just working on assignments. That's really about it. Yeah.
It is the life of a student fish.
What is it? Yeah.
Fish school,
It's
fishing
his
school.
life. Fish school. I got a school of fish.
Oh, yeah, school of fish.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. How can I find someone? Let me think. Sometimes I just look up live. Let me look at VTuber live.
VTuber tag.
Let's
Come
see. on. It's always that one, some AI stream I always see pop up. Let's see, anything else? No, it just kind of gives me like videos.
Just giving you videos. Damn.
How do I find? I always struggle with this. Who can I find?
I'll take a look.
Alright, Beer Man can look. Beer Man, be looking for some people. Gotta find some people to raid. Raid!
Yeah.
Like, I wonder if I can make like a list of people.
Yeah,
to like
making a list makes sense.
Yeah, because like a lot of times I'll like go to like my subscriptions and see if anyone like that I'm subscribed to is live.
Yeah.
But yeah, this time of day is like.
It's pretty hard to find something this time of day.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people are doing so.
Yeah. Let's see.
It's usually more in the night.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I better be a responsible adult and go to bed and all that kind of stuff. Actually, I'm kind of hungry now.
You can grab a snack before going to bed or something.
If I look up, let's see. I'm gonna look at VTuber live stream. What can I find?
Let's see. Yoshika channel. Yoshika is doing karaoke.
Oh, there's a karaoke. Oh, there's this. Here's something. Oh, Phasmophobia. Someone's playing Phasmophobia. I think it's a JP.
Let's see. Chloe Sakamata is streaming.
Let's see who else. Who else is streaming?
Where's like someone that would like.
it makes sense.
It's always fun when you can like bring a bunch of people every week.
Yeah. This person I think only has. Yeah. JP. Sure. Let's.
Wait. Will she be able to? Will they be able to understand what she's saying? Though, is it a JP stream?
It's a JP stream.
True.
Hang on a minute.
Let's see.
It's always like right after you raid that we then find someone else that we're like. Oh.
That's true. That happens a lot.
Yeah.
We will find someone. I always see. The thing is, I always like. Most of the time, I would like be like, "Oh, okay, stream's over, bye," and then go to the ending, and then I'm like, "Oh wait, I gotta raid someone, guys, stay around." I'm gonna find someone to raid.
Let's see. This person
Yeah,
looks like a JP streamer. They're trying to reach an 18K sub goal. That person is.
Here, let me check chat again. Chat. Anyone know?
Does anyone have any idea who to raid? At this time of day?
It's such an odd time. I need to find some other people that like stream at this time.
Yeah.
Like, what if I look up? Hang on. Live. Surely we can find someone.
Not a clue. We're inside. Yeah, it's very hard to find people that are in JP live right now.
Someone named Pochi Korone is doing a Zatsudan.
Tim says a jelly jelly should be streaming, but he can't find the stream.
I think I've seen her.
Yeah.
Let's see. She's in phase. Oh, yeah.
Lua Asuka is doing something. She's got 81 people in chat, so.
Okay, here. Let's.
Oh, I find Niji Sanji stuff.
I know nothing.
Find
There was
Niji
one time I
Sanji.
raided a Niji Sanji, and then the conversation that we raided into was very strange.
Yeah, Niji Sanji has just like out of context conversations are really weird.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't think Jelly is streaming right now. Let's see. I don't see anything live. All right, let me pull up the other one that Milliardo suggested. All right, what was it?
Lua, L-U-A.
Can you type it in?
Yeah, so I'm just scrolling to make sure I'm not missing something else where I'm gonna be like, oh, we should have read it.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh wait.
Why do you keep finding monkey streams? I'm like also looking, but like there's just random monkey streams.
I know, yeah, like the wildlife kind of cam streams.
Yeah.
Let's
Let me just
see.
see what other kind of streams this person's done to see if they're like.
Gotta vet them. All right. Well, let's see. Well, I hope everyone has a good start to their weekend today. Ooh, Lumi is streaming. Let me look up Lumi.
Oh, Ubers?
Let's see. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Let's raid Lumi.
Yeah.
I haven't actually caught any of her streams, so I feel like I've got a glimpse of her at different stuff. Okay. Haha. Let's do it. Let's go. Share some love to Lumi. Let's do it. Let's go. All right.
Breaking flavor quarantine. The face connecting in.
Let's see what happens. I was telling Milliardo the other day that I'm glad that I raided Mori like way early in
Yeah. I remember that.
and I'm like, before I really realized how big she was. Like, I don't know. I feel like I was like, oh yeah, Hololive's like, I didn't really realize the like beast that Hololive was at the time. Like, so I was just like, hey, I'll raid Mori. She's cool. I like her music. That was kind of the extent of my thought process.
I mean,
it's true. All right, cool. Let's go say hi to Lumi. She's doing Halo.
Yeah.
VTuber. Let's see. Oh no, privilege is restricted. I can't raid directly into her. No. I guess it would be in bad taste to like send people over as a raid then, or would it?
I don't know.
Could just be one of those like admin things where it's just set that way, but like she probably wouldn't mind if we would. I don't know. What do you think? Manager's on.
If she's turned raids off, then
probably not.
Should find somebody else.
Yeah.
Let's see how many people are watching.
We'll find someone. It's always the quest. Always the quest. Who can raid?
Yeah.
Amaze Low.
Is this person streaming English or Japanese?
Let's see. I will find someone. Okay, here's someone. Oh, she's got 11 watching, and she's doing double cheeseburger, medium fries. What would you like to order? Okay. I don't know what this is, but there we go.
I have no idea. Yeah.
That looks fun. That looks like a cute stream.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. Will it work this time? Haha.
Hopefully.
I will find someone. No one can escape my Pokemon ball of acquaintanceship or friendship.
Yeah.
Success! Next victim.
Right in and she's ending stream.
I know that always happens where we raid and they're ending. Is she still going strong?
I don't know. I'm watching our stream. Your stream.
Okay. I bet she's still going.
Yeah, just go for it.
Okay. Go say hello to this lovely Chuba.
Yeah, go say hi.
It looks like I don't know what she's playing, but it looks fun. So spread some love. Have a great weekend, everyone. Thanks again for joining me, Abby. It's great having you. Yay!
Great being here. It's great having finally doing this.
Yeah, I know. It was great.
It's been on the bucket list for a while.
I know. I think it was like forever ago. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
like because I was like I'm looking out for stream ideas to do with everyone eventually. Anyways, great to have you. We'll see you again. Good luck in school. Be smart, fish.
Yeah, I'll try my best. But thank you.
All right.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Okay. Let me. I think I get it. Oh yeah, I gotta do the ending screen and all that. All right. Let's fresh. Stay fresh, my friends.
Lots of fish, lots of fish. Bye.
Bye. All right, ending screen. And then. Wait. Nope. Oh wait. Ending stream.
Endings.
There we go. Alright, I think we're good. Are we muted? We're not muted.
Your mic is still liking.